Hello, hello, this is Shafiro. This is another VOD review for TakeADip, who we reviewed before. Um, they are currently Diamond 3, but this game was played in Platinum 1, which is really close anyway. And we're going to be looking at their Cloak and Dagger gameplay. They're 24-6, 41, so it seems like a lot happened this game, but it seems like they weren't quite able to get the win. So let's see what they did and where they could have done better. They're normally a tank main, primarily play Groot, but
Pick your hero.
we'll see how this goes.
I'm not judging.
We all flex from time to time. I do as well, for sure. It seems they start out on Sue. I think they switch later. Do they? Let me just... Let's double check. Okay, yeah, so they do swap to Cloak later. So let's just see how they start out on Sue and give tips for that as well. Let's go.
Get ready. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Switch
Got
things
it?
up and make our opponents disappear.
Oh yeah, we should actually look at the team comp before I forget. So we have Strange Venom, it's fairly standard, which is doable, but we have Hit Scan. Okay, so we don't have a good secondary support ultimate. Well, we have a Revive, but I feel like it's not as strong as Cloak and Dagger plus Loki, which can pretty much copy any good ult. Although Dispatch, the support ultimates have been nerfed, but we'll have to see how the alt economy goes. The enemy team has Fing, has Thor. So I don't like the enemy team tank composition. These are basically both off tanks. Both really don't function as a main tank. But they do manage to win eventually, so maybe they're onto something. Okay, so they add a waste Soulbond there for no reason. Okay, so the first thing I notice is your positioning right off the bat. So I know it's very tempting to be like 2-1 to your entire team, but you're pretty much in the open. Yeah, you have your Strange shooting you here, but like you're pretty much in the middle of the doorway. You can also just with the same things, you can just play a bit here, shoot here, or play a bit here, shoot here, because then when they actually fire at you, you just peek out, you just go away for a little bit and then you come back. Try to play natural cover. Also on this map especially, your push is really strong, so if you want to be a bit cheeky with it, and if the comps allows you to, you can even play here. Another reason why it's not a good idea to be in the open as much is you're up against a Hawkeye. Hawkeye can literally just almost like one-shot you if he has a good arrow. I would definitely see if you can like play up either behind those two corners or like play here. Because what you can do is like if the enemy actually come a bit closer, especially if you start out invisible, you can just like use your push and boop them into the low ground and kill them, which is really strong. Pretty much a very good reason to use Sue here. But let's see how the other things goes. So you push people back. Is that because of the thing coming at you? I can't really tell actually. It looks to me like you're just doing it for the damage or just to generate some ult charge. Sadly, it doesn't work against the thing. So that's a bit of value wasted. Okay, but other than that, the healing seems to be going fine. Okay, so the Venom died, and as I kind of alluded to before, the Hawkeye one-shots you with his arrow because you're pretty much in the middle of the open here. So yeah, try to be aware. You don't have to see the enemies to heal your team, especially on this map. You can even just play here. Sometimes the better thing is to just accept that you cannot always also hit the enemies and just like focus on your team a little bit. Or just, yeah, send that shift to them, like the space denying orb. Yeah, and just bully them a bit with that. Definitely more that you could have done here. Although, yeah, you can't do anything against a one-shot. You can still try to position so it happens less often. So let's see what happens after that. Yeah, how do I actually go up? Because it's telling me E and Q. Ah, okay. Okay. So how far are you back into this? So your other support is dead while he's still in his passive, I think. So I think he's gonna respawn. Your strange is still respawning. I think you want to go away here. You know, a little bit back. So the enemy has taken the point, or like is taking the point. And here, yeah, you're healing up your tank. I would have tried to heal this Hela, but to be very fair, you would have had to have a very good eyes to actually notice her coming in. Yeah, I think she just uses a bird here. Yeah, she just barely goes out of your vision and you're looking for her, but she took the help back. Try to play cover. Like, you're in the open of this point again. Like, you can play it from here. Like, there's no need to be in the middle of the open. I might say stuff like that often, but yeah, try to really embrace that. I see that the Cloak uses alt. You have your alt available. Keep in mind though, you don't always want to trade support alts if it's not needed. The enemy already has point and they have full control of the point. Your Venom is about to die. But I don't know if you want to push for this, especially when your Strange is not here. But it looks like he might be going for a portal. Oh no. They actually swapped. Okay. I would definitely like just tell your team to back off a bit if you're comfortable with that. Wait a bit for them and play more safe because the enemy is sure to take some more space here, especially with this Cloak ult being here. That's why they're just DPSing here. You want to respect this and just have both your tanks and just go in as 6 people before you do anything here. But I hope you actually save your ult here. You actually swapped. Okay. Let's see, what do they have? So they have Hawkeye ult, which is not that scary of a threat. And they also have Storm is getting close. I would maybe save it for clobbering time. But a tempo ult wouldn't be the worst thing here. We'll see how it works. Okay, so Hawkeye used the ult. Yeah, that's not the worst thing. I do want to see how that started though. Let me just see how that ult has started. So the only thing that's a bit... You won't hit Groot with the first dash, so he will have to run in. I just want to see if he actually manages to get in. Okay, he manages to get in. Can you go around the point? Which is not a big issue. I like that you're doing damage. You have your E available here, your window. As soon as you're able to be able to do some damage, you can window them. Okay, you window, but you hit... Oh, actually it hits him. Oh, this is fine then. You managed to take the point. heal them up a bit. Okay, you go back a bit, which is good. Expecting the ult to come in, that's actually pretty good. But just a small adjustment be here. Because then when something comes in, you can just go there. Okay, so they're going for a storm ult. Okay, so your Adam actually ult there, which is a good actually, because your team is going to die. I hope you put a... Actually, where did you bubble? Because there's one thing that you probably could be doing here. So you see that you're that they are low here. You have your bubble available. Your tanks might die here. Your first line of defense for healing low HP tanks should be your E here, your window. I actually have different keybinds for Cloak and Dagger, which makes it a bit easier for me. But you want to use your window first, and you want to use it more preemptively, because if you know they're going to take a lot of damage, you can heal them. In this case, they might die, but your Adam has just altered here. I would consider telling your tanks to go back a bit and just put the bubble around here. Because, and these people can heal up. And if your tanks are going to die, which they likely are going to, because they're in the middle of the open and Storm is ulting them, when they rest, they actually start out getting healed, which could give you a lot more value here. Yeah, so as expected, both your tanks die here and they get rest. But now it takes a long time to heal them up. It takes you a while, but they're still alive. I like that you actually use the window here. Something that I haven't really seen you doing is trying to reload by swapping forms. I do see you have your form on shift, which is a bit more annoying in my opinion, because you have to double shift. But actually swapping forms is faster than manually reloading. Also, it gives you a natural window when you can actually use your blind, your E. So you definitely want to be looking out for that. When you get low on ammo, you just swap to Cloak, you just throw out your thingy, you go back, and you have automatically get value from that. It also gives you more opportunities to fade away when you need it. So try to be doing that more often. Okay, so we have ultimate here. So right here, I think the team is about equal here. So we have 3 people here, we have 2 people there, 1 there. So they've pretty much used most of their ults. So I wouldn't be mad at a tempo ult soon. Especially when their ult is here on the ground. I wouldn't do it immediately. I would try to see if you can clean it up without using ult, but you could definitely look to get a more tempo-y ult going to take this advantage. Although you might not need it because the storm is already dead and some people are getting back from spawn. But something to think about. The people are starting to come back. Okay, so you do go for the ult. I'm not too mad at that. Swap to Cloak. Yeah. Okay, so I don't like you swapping back that quickly. Remember, you're basically invincible when you're inside of your Cloak ult. Remember, a part of your Cloak ult is, I believe, still over here. Yes. Well, there's some fire here, but that's your ally's fire. I think your ult reached there, right? Okay, I know. Only here. So I would just look to the side there. I would, you're looking to the right, you find nothing. But look at the other doorway. Try to look for the other doorway because, yeah, they back off a bit, but you can definitely support your team here because you're taking this space. I know it's tempting to just play point, but you can play with here with your team. You can play here. Like, make the enemy annoyed that they have to, like, they first have to get through this hallway, especially when there's a Venom being annoying there, and your Groot could probably be playing here and wall them up. Then they have to get through this space, and then they can get to the point. Even though you're not the tank in this situation, you can still kind of encourage your team to play there because you're close with them. So yeah, don't let them take one fight for free. Let them take 2 fights or like take more resources. Okay, so we're going back to healing. Oh, we missed a window, that's fine. Remember, your window is your first line of defense for getting your tank up. Okay, so see your tank there? Let me go back a little bit. Before your tank goes critical, okay, so you cannot see it here. Okay, you can see him here for a bit. This is about the point where you want to consider throwing a wall. Their team is coming back. They're all like starting to shoot at your tank. And their tank is fighting your tank as well. If you like window him now, like all the incoming heals are going to be enhanced, especially since your own support just died. I think Adam might have self-res. Yep, he's going to res, so that's fine. It will just make healing that much smoother. But you end up waiting. Now you see him go critical and he just dies. Sure, it's his own fault for breaking line of sight, but you could have helped him. You could have like anticipated. You could have at least be here, use that on him, and maybe use this side. Like, you kind of want to keep your tanks in your line of sight, but also keep yourself safe. It's a bit of a trade-off, but you could definitely help this Groot out. Okay, so now you're lacking tanks. I would, not sure actually. I would probably opt to back up here again, because I'm not sure if you're going to win this team fight with everyone low. They have 6 and you have 5, right? If I can count, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 actually. No, it's 5. It's 5. I didn't see Johnny. So it's doable, but you might have to invest in ult to do it. You can definitely do it. You can probably like Venom could probably ult, stay on the point healthier, and you could probably go for Supernova. Actually, so okay, so I'm not mad for you being here. I would just preferred going here, but this isn't a bad one by any stretch of the imagination. It's just easier to cut you off if they go for you. Okay. Ooh. Let me. What happened there? Yeah. But actually, your positioning here gets punished. And that is why I would have opted to go inside here. You do get bailed out by the Soulbound, which is really good by the thing. That shift was not needed. To have Soulbound on you, you basically are invincible, especially now that it heals as well. The window, good window. Oh, this is here. Yep, so tornadoes, you're able to capitalize on that. Your Venom is going very deep. This is a bit of a tough situation. This is really, really deep. I would support actually going in here or like holding this. I would not enter this, but I would definitely like be a tiny bit closer now that you have secured point. Like, you don't need to be on your point 24/7. I do see you throwing out an E here. So your Venom is able to play in that, but yeah, but not too much. He gets to home. So you do end up getting a bit closer here. Yeah, this is a good time to be aggressive. See? They do have Wolverine now, but You do have the advantage.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry that I keep repeating this, but I just do it just to make you aware from how many times this causes issues. Yeah, I would consider using the wall as soon as possible on the Venom right here. He does get blown up after that because he gets an arrow in the head. But you have to keep thinking about when to use your wall. You have to use your wall whenever you expect they're going to take more damage in the next coming seconds. Sometimes you can predict that, sometimes not. I use their health as a indicator often, but I want to do it before it hits critical, preferably. Root altered. Okay, that's... I like this. I like this. How far? So, Groot alts. You try to not overextend, which is fair. This is your Groot should be pushing further up after those kills. Like this Wolverine not really a threat. Yeah, he should be pushing up further. But you back off because he doesn't go in. Okay, Wolverine goes in. Yeah, you can easily help that. So that bubble accomplishes nothing in my opinion. That bubble does nothing. You do have alt and you see them alting. I hope you don't counter alt this. There's nobody is in danger at the moment. Their team is still far, far away. So I hope you don't press alt here. It just Punisher. Interesting. Okay, so they go for a portal actually. Never strange again. Yeah, so your team goes back a bit. Your puffing could have been a tiny bit better here. Let me just double check. Yeah, so you tried to kill her, but I would actually try to prevent from people coming in, but they're gonna come into Strange Portal. Ooh, did you lose your ult there? You did. That's unfortunate. Could you have prevented that? Let me double check. So you do hear the portal. I don't know how good your sound is, but I could hear that it's somewhere in this vicinity here. I would immediately look to get to the pillar, or possibly even swap back to Cloak and just fade out preemptively. Because a portal can mean two things. Either it can be just the team coming back, but as usually if the portal is this close, most strangers actually opt to go for an alt. Well, it might be a bit higher, but you know that they can alt, so you would have to be ready for that, for if you Agamottos. So swapping to Cloak would probably still be the play here. But you do hear the woo, we never miss. I would try to get away from portal. I would try to figure out where's the portal, like as soon as humanly possible. But this is a lot of damage. Unfortunate you get blown up before you ult. Very unfortunate. Not more you could have done there. Okay, your Hela ult gets stopped. It looks like they're gonna capture this point. Yes, they got it. So your Venom is just here, your Johnny still. I hope your Johnny actually goes back at some point. And it seems you made it back to point. 3 players are still behind you. I would like almost scream at this Venom to like just come back, get some healing. This Johnny needs to like get some healing. You should definitely just stay here and let everyone group up to take one final fight here. This is a bit risky because, again, you're in the middle of the open. I would not be surprised if you take an arrow in the face here. Okay, you do start like backing up behind this wall, this thingy, which I like. I wonder if you could have changed that. Because Strange hasn't altered in such a while. You gotta expect a Strange to alt here. And your Strange is walking up really far. Although he's still kind of in the tanks. You could have maybe like be in Cloak and then shifted here. But it's difficult. It's a 50-50 I would say. Sadly your Adam rises right in the open. Did you have any cooldowns? No. Okay, so nothing you could have done there. And you got an arrow in the face. That's difficult. The only thing you can do here is try to cloak, use cloak, get in to touch point. You Venom, yeah, and you Venom C9'd. Yep, not much you could have done there. So let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, so this map, I don't like this map, but that's just my personal preferences. Not that you're able to choose anyway. Okay, so you have a Squirrel Girl now, which is fair. Pretty good. Okay. Again, same problem. I do it as well sometimes on this point because I'm like, I don't like this map. But consider playing here. Consider being with your other DPS. Remember they have a Wolverine which can go for a flank and do stuff to you. And you have to be scared of the Hawkeye. Hawkeye can one-shot you at any given moment. Let's actually see what the Hawkeye is seeing right now. Okay, so they're actually shooting Squirrel Girl. But if you would take a little step closer to that side, let's go back a tiny bit. Like he could have taken a shot at you, or if he would have been on this side, he could have shot at you. Always be mindful of what can shoot you. Okay, so it's Wolverine. Just fade here. Nice. Okay, so you swap back. You almost have your ultimate. You have your whole team and they are missing a person. I hope you don't ult here. There's no reason to ult. You use a bubble here. Why? There's no need to bubble here, and your bubble might be needed for personal reasons. First line of defense is your window. Just window them first. You can heal them up. Just fine. Hold your ult. You don't need to push this. You're still in the middle of the open. Okay, fine, you take some cover, which is good. Use your E first. Okay, so they ult. Now the question is, are you going to counter ult, or can we deal with this as a team? Okay, I wouldn't be mad if you ulted here, just to keep the group alive. So that's unfortunate. They kill the group. I understand the reasoning to like go that way, but yeah, your group desperately needs some heals just to get just take one dash on him, and then they can go to them. Especially after this good ult. I don't know if you timed it. Oh, it's your good ult actually. Okay, that's just a bad ult. Okay. You do manage to dodge the Ivakamoto here. But your team falls, and that's primarily because they are not in your Cloak alt, and the problem is, really could they? So let's back up to when you start to alt. Okay, so here they get low. So you alt here. Your Groot dies to Squirrel Girl alt. The enemy Cloak just kills your Adam, and yeah, Squirrel Girl kills the other. Imagine if you just did the first dash here. They could have just sit in this puddle. Maybe the Squirrel Girl ult would have still killed somebody, but the chance of them dying there would have been a lot less, I think. So now you're the only one left. Oh no, you're not. You have your fire guy here and your Venom. Okay, this is winnable, but oof. Okay, I'm surprised you managed to hold on to that. I suppose the other school goes ultimate that did a lot of work as well.
Past the halfway point.
But yeah, you and Adam are in the open once again. Adam is taking a bunch of shots. So you keep using your bubble first. Like, just use the E first. Like, what does this bubble accomplish? Yeah, Venom can go in it, but is he gonna stay in this bubble? No, not really, because he just can't stay there at the moment. Bubble is always second line defense. Try to put it. It's really useful for your backline defense as well, or to peel. I do like that. Efficient. Be careful. I would have eat there, but it's fine. They survive. But the reason why I would have eat is they used the ultimate, right? So let's see. So you go for this here. This is fine. Here you hear. Woo! I never miss. As soon as I see my Venom get this low, just E. Because the what's it called? Hawkeye just needs two or three shots max to kill this Venom right now. Your Venom does have shield and use it, but there's no harm into using it. Also, it makes you get the Venom healed up faster. And you probably have the Vaybor again for next fight. Don't be afraid to use cooldowns, but use the correct ones first. Better. A bit preemptive there, but not bad. But get into the habit of using it. Okay, so they pretty much just Invisible Woman ult here. This is just to stall. I think you're able to deal with this. They're just desperate at this point. Actually, I would probably go Cloak here. So at this point, your Groot and Venom are fine, and she just walks in. I would just farm her ultimate, right, with Cloak, right? Cloak. You do go for the heals. You Cloak out. Okay, so I don't fully like that. Although I don't think we knew that they were swapping to Moon Knight. I would just try to farm alt and possibly just stay behind this thing for a little bit. Keep supporting your Venom. And your Groot, of course. But what you do here is... I'm not sure why you do this. There's currently no risk you. You have Soulbound on you. There's no way you're going to die right now. Now you go out of the ultimate. You cannot see what you're doing. Also, you are in the middle of the air for a little bit from their perspective. They can see you fly up. Unfortunately, Moon Knight throws the Ankh there. And you go back. Oh, there's a strange here fighting your other support. You do manage to barely farm the ultimate here and just use it just before you die. Yeah. Okay, good. You hit your good ones. That's good. Yeah, I would indeed just cover the point here and just clean this up. Yep, get the cleanup kills. This is mostly what I... yes, this cleanup here, this is what I would have done as well. Okay, so that's a good take. Let's see how the last round progresses. Okay, so it's this map. Ooh, they have Luna now. They have a Bucky. This might be painful, depending on how they go for it.
I'm clocking some bad guys.
Ooh, your team is splitting up. I don't like that. I think you make the right call going with your Groot here. Venom is already in point, okay, so it doesn't end up being a problem. Your Venom is low, but he's doing Venom things. Good wall. Would have reacted like that. Just so you're good alts there. I would have probably go Cloak and try to right click, but that's just me wanting to contribute to the Groot alt. But you don't, and they do use Moon Knight alt. I think you're a bit slow with your E here. Yeah, so what I would have done is, if you go back a tiny bit. So we hit the moon here. I would have just chucked it right here, around here. Just so your Venom can get immediate value. And hopefully your Groot can get there, but it's a bit risky because of how big the thing is. But you hold it a little bit because they ult as well. You end up using it for yourself. Which is fine. I would wall my Venom here. You can wall both Venom and Johnny here. You only hit the Johnny. Okay, so you do use Squirrel ult. Your E is still up, by the way. Bucky, be careful with this Bucky here. Okay, so you finally did the swap, right click swap. You're in the middle of the open though. Just be mindful of that. Your Venom is getting low, but that's his problem. That's fine, you managed to get it. Okay, you do have your ultimate available here. I hope you save it for the Bucky ult. Either Bucky or Strange ult. Either is fine. As long as you don't get hit by the Strange. Portal. I would now closely listen to the voice line. I'm pretty sure he is up here, right? Yes. This is a Strange looking to ult, probably. Like he put it up so high above the point, he's looking to drop down and hit Q. If I were the Strange here. I would like try to anticipate this. You can either just go for the ult as soon as you're by the eye, or you can go Cloak and just fade at the right time.
By the eye of Agamo.
You do back off. Okay, so he doesn't get much value. Okay, maybe he didn't need ult there.
I'm ready to put on a show.
I want to see how the Strange dropped actually, because I think he could have dropped in a better way.
Pentagram of
Focus on the battle.
by the eye of Agamotto.
Huh? Okay, I'm really confused. Let me see that again.
By the eye of Agamotto.
I am really confused. I think this map is just bugging. It's fine. Let's go back, see how you died.
I am ready to put on a show.
Okay, so this time you did have your ultimate available. But he managed to go for you first.
Dagger's back.
Is that because you were already low so he could one-shot you? I don't know what's going on with these walls. This doesn't look with a replay. Okay, yeah, he hits you and you can just use the low ceiling to immediately just hit you. Not much you could have done there, honestly. You could have anticipated it more, watched him more. But I don't entirely blame you for that. Okay, so let's see how it goes now.
I require some aid.
Here's your window, a bit too late. Now he is entirely out of your vision. Notice how you tend to gravitate forwards, like when you're trying to heal, but your heals auto aim, so you don't really need to aim and get that close. This is fine for the cleanup. Your wall doesn't quite reach here. You have another rest when you need heals. Adam waits soulbounds. Okay, they ult. I suppose this is fine. Could waste his ult again. Initial wall, but the intent was there. I think you were a bit optimistic. I think you were trying to hit both of them, right? Let's see. Okay, so it got shielded and he walked out of it. Okay, not your fault. This is fine, yes. Good job. I agree with the aggression here, but I would definitely try to heal the venom now. That window does nothing. Here, I don't know why you backed off here. There's no reason to back off. I would look to see if Johnny healed up, but honestly, he should just either grab the health pack or just yell, I need healing. I require healing. I would push up here more with your root. Like, you don't need to take the team fight here every time. You just go here. Like, just hold this. Or hold this corner. Make them fight to get over there. You do eventually find the Johnny to heal.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
You just managed to dodge a hook. The Strange is flying again. Okay, so this was really obvious. Maybe it's because I'm a Doctor Strange main, but he does it quite poorly. So Strange is walking up. He suddenly starts flying. Why would a Doctor Strange start flying out of nowhere even when his team is not there? He's looking for an ult. So he's still flying, he's still flying, he's still flying. It is really obvious he's looking for an ult. You can have a cloak here, or you can just ult. You can ult right here, just when you see the green symbol.
By the eye of Agamotto.
But you start doing damage to him. This was 100% preventable.
I'm bright like a star.
Let's see if your team manages to actually hold this. Ooh, we got the legendary ultimate. Yeah, I think your team is very dead here.
They've almost got it! Control seized! The area's almost yours!
Okay, so you do have your ultimate available. Not much else. This might have to be a tempo ult.
Hold still and try to
maybe a good can touch first. I would ult here. Yes, good. Ult.
I am ready to put on a
I don't know if I would have covered the entire point. But it's nice that most of the point is covered. I would maybe also put one here. And just to be able to pressure this healer a bit more. Just to pressure these healers. They went for triple support. Which is a pain in the ass. But possibly you could have pressured them off from them. And Luna is going forward with the ultimate. So possibly you could have even killed them before they walk up. Look at this. Their healers are isolated from the Luna ult. If you would have altered like once more toward this, you could have probably killed one of them. Well, the soulbound is still on, so they won't immediately die. But you would have pressured them, and they will start healing less. And if they heal less, then there's not much for them to do. Even though Luna is ulting, I think you could have like done a bit more here.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Okay, so we all press the ultimate when they have them. That's a bit sad. It's not your fault, but Luna ult is 12 damn seconds. So the only thing you can really do is wait for the 12 seconds, wait for the yellow thing around the bar to go away. While she's just girling. The girls are girling. Look, they use all the ultimates, she's still dancing. Yeah, and now they have another support ultimate. This looks... I don't know if you can pull this back. You do have 2 kills, or 3 kills actually. But Adam is probably gonna res again. I mean, this is winnable for sure. Then how the hell do you lose this? Portal probably. Venom does have ult. I hope he actually saves ult here. Oh, and they have... okay, I see what's coming up. So there's a Bucky ult coming, probably. And if Strange manages to get his ult before the portal, can definitely do some damage. Oh, the Saint is here actually. Okay, did I miss that? Where did Strange come from? Or was he there all along? Okay, yeah, I'm just blind.
Against the world.
It has been a while for Strange to ult, but to be fair, he does fly up here, which is not a terrible position. I don't think you can actually see him here. Oh, you can see him here. Here I would just back off. Don't walk in here.
By the eye of Agamotto.
You do manage to dodge it, but your team does get caught into it. You could have saved them, maybe. Yeah, you could have definitely saved them with the shift if you anticipated it. But you would need to think about that it's coming. Also, you can shift now even, like, well, not shift. Oh, okay, you have it now, the right click. Sorry, it's some shift key for me. But you can fade them out. The fade works on people who are stunned. Okay, you cannot get to the Venom. And he's already pretty much dead. Okay, yeah, so... You could not entirely prevent this. You do manage to catch it. But Bucky is coming. I feel it in my bones, Bucky is coming. Ooh, that is unfortunate. The cooldown for there. Wait, where do you wall? Oh, that is so unfortunate. So you throw it against it and it just disappeared. Okay, that's something you have to be careful of. I wasn't sure that was possible. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, and then you had to reload. Remember, swapping is faster than reloading. I think getting out was a mistake.
You'll have to keep fighting.
You could have still stayed on the point for a little bit, even though there are so many people. So here you could have stayed on there. You could have stayed on. You could have used this pillar to juggle a little bit. Just swap into Cloak here. Okay, just right click here. Just right click, cast chaos. Make them look for you. You go a bit here. And blind them. Let them finish you. It's unfortunate. And then the Bucky ult. There's not much you can do here. Yep, and that's the game. Not a terrible game. You've definitely made some right calls, right plays. I would say that your biggest issues are positioning here and cooldown usage. You could like using the right cooldowns at the right moments and try to predict when ults are coming. It is easier if you have like your own, if you have a strange against another strange. If your strange is ult, assume they have it as well, unless they are desyncing the ult timers. Or just think to yourself, hey, I haven't seen Strange ult in a while. He will probably have it this fight, right? And make predictions of that. Like, play a little bit further up, try to predict them. Look for when, like, be wary when Strange has suddenly disappeared for a while. Be wary of when Strange flies up. There's a lot of things you can predict. It just takes a lot of brain power, I know. Like, I have issues with it myself. But yeah, not a terrible game. I like this game actually. Let's just go to the practice range yet again and give you some more. So let's go with Cloak. Okay. So a couple of small things. I know there's not a Cloak and Dagger guide, but the first thing is your bullets bounce. And why is it good to know that? Well, look. I'm healing this middle bot here. That's good to know. That first. So first line of defense. Yeah, you can eat this. But you can also think like, you know these bots are taking damage. You just use the window. Look how much easier it is to heal them. Especially when they're standing next to each other. It does a little AoE thingy as well. Like, your bubble has an 11-second cooldown. Your window has a 12-second window. You always want to use the longer cooldown first, but the bubble is really nice to have when you are getting pressured yourself. But look how long the reload takes, so let us just keep firing. 1, 2, almost 2 seconds. Okay, so let us just reload immediately, like it's 1 second, like 1, maybe 1.5, maybe 1.2. I put my forms on scroll wheel. I think that's just easier. And every time you do go for this, you're like, I need to reload. Window, pop back. You would have used your thing. It just feels very natural because every time, like you can swap again. And every other swap, every other reload, you will have window up again. Also another thing that I don't know if you know, but is really useful, especially if I have the Magneto. They didn't have a Magneto in that match, but if they have a Magneto, and if by any means they might have the ult available for you, there's the meteor attack. You just fly, not drop down like me. So you want to ult. You just go Cloak, you go up in the air, you just ult there. You're really hard to hit while you're in the air, and it's just a tiny little bit safer. And well, of course, just abuse the fact that you're in your ult to do damage. Sometimes the same for in your bubble. when you get pushed, just do damage while you're in this bubble, because you pretty much get healed up. Obviously be a little bit more careful when you are getting attacked by Hawkeye, for example, who can just one-shot you. But in general, good to take those things into account. So, yeah, so these things bounce. They bounce really far actually, it's pretty stupid actually. Also these things do AoE. So if I, for example, would take damage here, if you need healing, look, I'm healing somebody and I'm healing myself. So other than just your bubble, healing somebody at a certain distance is pretty useful. Let's see the range. You actually can see it on the ground. Look, every time the little circle comes onto the ground, that's actually the AoE healing. So yeah, I think that's covers most of it. Yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me or send me a DM or whatever. Yeah, I hope this was useful. I hope I've helped. And yeah, if you have any questions, just ask me. If you have another replay, send it in. That's fine.
Double KO.
And yeah, I wish you all a happy day. See you later.